So, I mean, I got to start with the set.
Which you don't want to start with a clip?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so I'm trying to reach my coffee here.
Yes.
No one ever thought, why don't we make that work better?
Sort of.
But the big thing, Rich, and you got to tell me.
Yes, Jerry.
Are you aware of the difference in how we're sitting as we are relating? Do you feel? Because when I watch the show, this is what I go. Why is he doing this? Why have you set yourself up?
Yes.
Like King Tutankhamun, and your guess. Why am I lower?
It's not that much of a discrepancy.
We have a
is
thing
it?
in show business. It's called a riser. It's called a riser.
Yeah.
Put the chairs on a riser.
Well,
remember how Letterman would do it?
Which is right next to you, right? Isn't it?
No, but he would always have a height advantage. It was weird.
This is what I was told when I started doing the show. And I swear to God, it was from somebody put me in touch with him who's and you probably know Steve Moscow from back in the day.
Of course I know Steve for years, close buddy.
He put me in touch with Gary Shandling.
Yeah.
Who told me to do this. Literally. Get higher and get closer.
Okay.
Is what he said. Yeah.
Let's just try something.
You want to switch?
No. You stay where you are.
All right. Yeah.
I can't stand there.
Yeah. We're back on the Rich Eisen Show Radio Network.
Feel?
Huh?
How do you feel?
I feel intimidated. I'm not going to lie.
Why?
Because you're standing over me.
Yeah. Well, but I'm not. I'm a nice guy. I mean no harm.
Right.
It's a little weird. And what we want on this show is to get a comfortable, casual, back and forth with someone who we're happy to have on the show.
Yes, right.
That's what we want.
I think
that's all.
We're achieving that slowly but surely. I feel like we're achieving that here.
Yeah.
Right? But
no, I'm such a fan of the show that I can't not try and fix things. I can't.
Well, I appreciate that. So is it real? Am I that appreciably higher right now? Would you say?
I'm just saying, if it was my show, if I had your gig, what I would be wanting to do is I want to get as much as I can get from whoever comes on.
Yes, right.
That's what I would be thinking.
That's exactly what I think.
Okay.
And this is counterproductive, you'd say? Spatially?
I really made as good a case as I could there.
Hold on a minute. Let me see if I could just... All right. Just better? If I'm a little bit lower?
The desk is too big.
It's the desk.
Are you working here? What do you need this gigantic glass desk? What are you doing?
I do have... Sometimes I have notes. I've cleared the desk because I only have notes for you. Like I've got these cards.
Okay.
So spatially...
How much room do we need for those cards? I'm just talking talk show. I did my own talk show.
When did you do your own talk show?
A few years ago. I invented the talk show as I wanted it to be.
Yes.
Which is no set, no fruit basket in the dressing room, no makeup. Just go out and get a cup of coffee with somebody.
Comedians in cars
getting coffee.
So that's your talk show.
That was my answer to what I hate about talk shows.
Which is what?
Which is
setup?
Stiffness. Let's break it down. Because if you're on a talk show, you should be able to talk.
Right.
You should be a talker.
Yes.
So if you're a talker, let's just make it a comfortable environment. And the most comfortable environment is two people across a coffee table. I did a TV series. Half of the scenes were in a coffee shop. Why? It's a comfortable place to watch people talk. This is the Hudsucker proxy I'm doing here.
Where I'm
you're Paul Newman in the Hudsucker proxy.
So I'm like sending a note through a pneumatic tube to land on your lap.
Yeah.
You open it and you answer the question.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like it.
Anyway, that's what comedians do. We criticize everything.
When are you going to do more of those?
I'm not. I haven't got any plans. I did 80 something of them.
80. That's a lot.
It was a lot. I love doing it. I didn't think people were really. I wasn't sure people were connecting with it. I thought it was fun to do.
Right.
It was just an experiment, And now I'm finding people watching it more than when I was doing it.
1,000,000%.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, you must have enough cars, right?
Those aren't my cars.
Those are not your cars.
No, I couldn't get that across to people. Every episode, I would say thank you to so and so for lending us the Corvette, but nobody seemed to get that.
Everybody thought they were your actual
they thought,
cars.
That's fine.
Who did you have on it that you were particularly excited to
Well, they were
chit-chat
all.
with?
I did some amazing. Eddie Murphy, Barack Obama, Larry David. I love everybody on the show. Someone I love. You know who was really fun? Christoph Waltz, who played Colonel Hans Landa.
Right.
In Inglourious Bastards.
Right. Sure.
I thought, what is more fun than the worst Nazi and the most beloved Jew doing a show together? This is how we move forward.
As a people.
Yeah, let's move forward.
Right.
That's what that show is about.
Oh my gosh! But he's not really a comedian, right? He isn't.
No. But he was a funny Nazi. La creme. Remember that scene? Yes. He was funny. He was funny.
He did have a certain comedy.
The fountain pen bit in the first scene.
Right.
One of those gut-wrenching scenes in all of cinema history.
Correct.
But the fountain pen bit, the handling of the refilling of the fountain pen as he's doing the speech, that and acting, which I've done a little bit of acting.
Right.
That's the hardest thing.
And that earned him a spot with you in a car.
Yeah, I love the guy. And we've been friends ever since, me and Christoph.
No kidding.
Yeah, I'm going to visit him in Austria for dessert and coffee. Yeah, they have great coffee in Vienna. I asked Christoph, what is the difference anyway between the Austrians and the Germans? He said, what is the difference between the waltz and goose stepping? I mean, come on, Rich. That's a good line.
Oh, my gosh. That is funny. Jerry Seinfeld here on the Rich Eisen Show. What made you...
Last chance to watch this set. It'll be different on the next episode.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
That'll be great. When did you meet Larry David for the first time?
I met Larry David probably 1975. He was a comic. I was just starting.
And you were doing a set together? Is that what it was? Or,
sure. Well,
okay.
Comedians
Same
do
night?
shows. Yeah, we go to clubs and do shows on stage.
See, you threw me off by making me lower my seat, Jerry.
It's not the seat. The whole thing has to go.
The whole thing?
The whole thing,
the
yeah.
The desk has to go. The
and
seat has to go.
Here's the other thing you can't do.
Yes.
And we know this from Shark Tank.
Yes.
When you have a hit, as you have,
thank you,
and
sir.
deserve.
Yes.
And it will be a long-running staple. You're going to have a great life because you're great on TV. You're great at everything. Sports. You're the sports comforter. Was that on the air when I was saying that?
It was not.
Okay, you're the sports comforter. You make us feel good. Just being with you feels good.
Okay, thank you.
And I watch the show. But once you have a hit in show business, here's what we do.
Okay.
Nothing. We do nothing. Shark Tank. You ever see them change that set?
Not at all.
Never touch it. Don't touch it. Because in show business, we don't really know why people like anything. So when they do like something, don't touch it. Don't touch it. I have jokes in my set. I have no idea what they're laughing at. I don't touch them.
Because...
whatever they like. If you like it, that's the way I'm going to do it.
Sure. Okay.
I do a line in my set. It's one of the most interesting lines to me. You want to get into some comedy stuff
Please.
here?
Always.
So I have like all my regular stuff, and then a big part of my set now is the wife and kids, as every comedian must do. And I talk about having kids. I go, I was there at the birth of all three of my kids. Obviously, one of the most dramatic moments. It always gets that.
It's just...
I'm standing in front of 3,000 people. 4 of them will react every night.
That's it.
2,996 do not. But that laugh, which is the exact percentage. So what do we got here? About 7 people?
Like 10. Like, there was 1 out of 10.
Okay, so I got a C- laugh from one guy. It's the exact same percentage.
Congratulations, TJ.
Yeah.
You're the guy.
Now that, to me,
Yes.
as a comedy scientist I am, fascinating.
So you don't touch it, or you?
Why would I touch that? I just do it. First of all, it's getting me to where I want to go. I want to talk about having kids.
Yes.
But that's my first line. I was there for the birth of all 3 of my kids. Obviously, one of the most dramatic moments. And it gets that tiny little ripple.
It's the person who doesn't have a kid who's laughing.
He doesn't have a kid.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but we don't touch lines that work. We don't change sets that work. I would put a riser under these 2 chairs.
Put the riser under the chairs.
That's it. But don't touch anything.
Make
You
the
can't.
desk smaller. Make the desk smaller.
You can't.
Okay.
You got to hit show here, Rich. You got to hit show.
Just leave it.
You got to leave
touch
it. Unfortunately, everything I have said, you have to disregard, except for the riser. These are club chairs. This is for you and me to have a cigar later.
Okay.
Do you smoke cigars?
I don't.
Let's start.
Okay. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.